Beginning with a cautionary statement, as I will be making some forward-looking statements. Well, today's my intention is to get Northstar Gold Corp on everybody's junior gold resource stock buy list. 2021 has been a very interesting and challenging year for all companies, and including Northstar. The company did receive, however, some very positive and encouraging exploration results, as you can see by the current slide, which I'll discuss further later on in the talk. Last year, Northstar made a strategic acquisition and conducted 2 diamond drill programs, 22 holes and just under 4,500 meters of drilling, and conducted a very extensive surface stripping, mapping, and sampling program on our 100% owned Miller Gold property, situated 18 kilometers southeast of Kirkland Lake. A number of new important discoveries, copper gold discoveries, were made, as well as so far it appears we've doubled the size of our allied cyanide bulk tonnage gold zone. Northstar's flagship project, the Miller Gold property, is a Kirkland-style alkalic intrusive hosted gold system with very compelling similarities to Macassa, Kirkland Gold's Macassa mine, and 18 kilometers to the northwest rather, as well as Eldorado's Lamaque and Triangle deposit, situated just over the line in Quebec. Northstar has 3 other 100% owned projects, and but our primary focus is the Miller Gold property. Prior to going public by way of IPO in 2020, Northstar augmented its board, management group, and special advisor with an accomplished roster of highly experienced mining, exploration, development, financial, and capital markets specialists. The company's share structure is 56.6 million shares outstanding, currently 73.2 million shares on a fully diluted basis. 8% of the shares are held by management and directors, and our current cash position is just about $850,000. So Northstar's primary focus is the 1,100-hectare Miller Gold property, the recently acquired 64-hectare adjoining Searles property, and the recently acquired 1,400-hectare Rosegrove property that are all situated 18 kilometers southeast of Kirkland Lake. The region is the district is very well endowed, and more than 26 million ounces of gold have been produced by 7 mines over the past 100 years. The region is actively being explored by juniors and miners alike, and I guess the biggest recent news is the merger of Agnico Eagle and Kirkland Lake Gold, which from my sources says it'll all be finalized in the first quarter of this year. The Miller property's got some very striking similarities to Kirkland-style deposits, being the age and style of gold telluride mineralization. The host rocks are the same age as Kirkland and Macassa, and the controlling structures are first-order fault structures that are all interconnected. So the premise is that all of this bodes very, very well, and possibly the gold that is occurring on Miller property is sharing a common magmatic source as the Kirkland camp. So zooming in a bit, the property overlies a 3 kilometer by 2 kilometer area of intense alkalic metasomatism, alteration, and deformation in mafic volcanics. It's centered by intrusion of at least 3 alkalic cyanide stocks, which have probably been controlled by the First Order Catherine Fault. The property has been explored since the early 1900s. It's got 11 shallow shafts on it, a kilometer of development on 2 levels on the historic number one vein, which constitutes the Miller Independence Mine. In 1987, a company undertook a resource estimate of this area and came up with 270,000 ounces of gold at 11.5 grams per ton. So part of that estimate and that resource area extended onto the property to the southeast of us, the Searles property, and in June, just this past June, we auctioned the Searles property, so now we effectively control the entire area of that historic resource. In 2020, the company, we drilled 28 holes, just over 5,000 meters drilling, and conducted a $350,000 property-wide 3D IP gravity and magnetic survey over the property. This work resulted in the discovery of the Allied Cyanide Gold Zone and sheeted number 2, 3, and 4 vein structures that constitute the entire mineralizing system. I should mention that gold telluride mineralization occurs in pretty much all rock types in the property, and that in itself just further evidence of how robust this system is. The geophysics that was done in 2020 was processed in part by Goldspot and utilizing their artificial intelligence algorithms, and they developed a number of drill targets in our drill program, followed a drill program earlier this year. This map illustrates it's a chargeability drape minus 100 meters of the Miller property, and it just illustrates how robust the mineralizing system is. You have high chargeability associated with the Allied Cyanide stock at the south and the Planet Cyanide at the north. This corridor measures 1.6 kilometers, about 650 meters wide. In our first phase of drilling completed in April, we drilled 8 holes, focusing 2 holes on the Allied Cyanide and 2 holes stepping out on the number 1 vein, and then we drilled 4 holes, 4 step out holes, that were testing that tested Goldspot gold and cyanide geophysical targets. In November, we completed a 2,500 meter phase 2B program, 14 holes, and with that drill program, 6 holes were focusing on expanding the Allied Cyanide Gold Zone. 6 holes targeted were twinning historic resource holes on the Searles property on the number 1 vein, and we drilled 2 holes on the vein that on the recently discovered E vein. So zooming in a bit, we've got this plan shows the historic results of the Allied Cyanide Gold Zone, and in the area, this blue area that illustrates the historic resource area. This is the recently acquired Searles property. So as I mentioned, Northstar effectively controls the entire historic resource. The number 1 vein is the shallow dipping north dipping structure. It's been traced by drilling about a kilometer along strike and 750 meters of depth. It varies in width from a half a meter to 15 meters. It does blossom. It bisects the Allied Cyanide, and it gets quite large. This is a similar slide that illustrates the trenching locations. In 2020, we undertook a fairly extensive surface stripping program, stripping 8 different areas and resulting in some new significant discoveries on the east flank of the allied cyanide in the with the border, in association with the border phase feldspar porphyry. You got some high-grade mineralization, 14.79 grams per ton gold over 7 meters, and 6.44 grams over 5 meters. Effectively, area C1 and C2 has extended the allied cyanide, the footprint of the allied cyanide gold zone 130 meters to the southeast. On the 400 meters to the west of the allied cyanide in the E zone, we got 1 gram over 10 meters, 0.9 grams over 9 meters, related to a 40-meter wide shear zone with quartz carbonate alteration and sulfidic breccia, brecciated volcanics. So it's looking really good. Surface stripping is highly effective form of exploration at Miller. A couple quick slides to illustrate the drone views and some of the mineralized samples obtained from Area A and C2. Area A here is the main allied cyanide. You can see that it's a very broad zone with excellent exposure. This is an aerial view of the drone view of E Trench. We mentioned 40-meter wide shear zone with stockwork quartz carbonate veining, and we've just waiting on results from 2 holes in this on this zone. So the meat of the property is the allied cyanide gold zone. The slide that I showed at the start is right here. This is the intercept of hole 56, 6.6 grams over 117 meters. The intent this year was, with the phase 2 drilling, was to expand the allied cyanide gold zone, and we drilled 6 holes. And just on Thursday, we reported the results from 3 of those 6 holes. And you can see we got 0.91 grams over 64 meters, 0.87 grams over 81.5 meters at about 60 meters step out, and then at 180 meters step out, 0.9 grams over 29.7 meters. So we effectively, the grades aren't as spectacular, but as hole 56, but they're certainly impressive intercepts all the same. In addition, all 3 holes hit 2 diverging high-angle structures that with copper, which is a new wrinkle. We got 9.4 grams per ton gold, 1% copper over 3 meters in a vein here that is directly on strike with the planet Cyanite to the north. And another vein here with 4.7 grams per ton, half percent copper over 6.4 meters. This is a longitudinal view of the allied cyanide, again illustrating the 180 meter step out from hole 56. Should mention that this high grade vein it's on strike with planet Cyanite, and a kilometer away, and where we got in 2015 we got 0.6 grams per ton over 147 meters. Assay results are pending for 3 holes still, including the hole 69, which is a 240 meter step out. So drilling to date has expanded the allied cyanide gold zone. We now have a footprint of about 350 meters by 200 meters. So this program so far doubled the size of it. So in summary, in 2021, two drill programs effectively increased the size of the allied cyanide gold zone. We've got positive results for 3 holes. 11 holes are still outstanding. So we're expecting more good results. Mechanical stripping and trenching is very effective, resulting in the discovery of more on-surface high-grade gold copper mineralization. Holes have discovered 2 high-grade feeders that could be high-grade vertical structures, which and there's probably a lot more of them, which could be very key in expanding the system going forward. So I see I'm out of time here. I just got two more slides. We we got so we're going to continue to interpret, report, and the remaining drill results as they come in, and model the results with the expectation of conducting a phase three drill program in the second quarter of 2022. And then with all things going great, hopefully we can be in a resource modeling phase for drilling in the latter part of the year. So I hope that I've established that Northstar is a company of merit. The Miller Gold property has got excellent exploration potential. In 2 years, Northstar basically doubled the size of the bulk tonnage gold zone, and it looks like there's a lot more room for expansion. And yeah, I think on that basis, I will sign off. Thank you very much.